Welcome to PeaCoat in the Morning, starring yours truly, PeaCoat Slim, on the corner of Vine and Nat and B, minding my business. And y'all should be doing the same. Let's get into today's headlines on this beautiful autumn, November 10th day. When you hear 223s, hollow points, and traveling with body armor in your trunk next to your YMCA uniform, I like to think of Chief Keef music videos, or maybe even a grimy 50 Cent cut from 2002. My next thought, a murder trial. That's right, America's favorite lifeguard and EMT, Kyle Rittenhouse is on trial again today, y'all. Y'all need to check that out, but y'all may have missed some things because this prosecutor, I don't know his name at this time, but this prosecutor may have just messed up the whole trial for everybody. Let the judge tell it here.
Getting the court's rulings or attempting to provoke a mistrial in this matter. He knows he can't go into this, and he's asking the questions. I ask the court to strongly admonish him, and the next time it happens, I'll be asking for a mistrial with prejudice. He's an experienced attorney, and he knows better.
The prosecutor was trying to establish 15 days prior to the shooting, Kyle threatened someone else, but he did not have the gun at the time. But he did threaten to use the same AR-15 that he actually used later on August the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. They also brought to light that Kyle knew that there was a curfew because a message went out at 8 o'clock at night, and he knew it because he confirmed it on the stand. Shortly after he confirmed the curfew, that's when the jury was pulled and all craziness broke loose. This prosecutor was really pushing the judge, and the judge all but said mistrial. All but said it. Take another listen.
Or I indicated a bias towards denial is what I did. Held it open with a bias towards denial. Why would you think that that made it okay for you without any advance notice to bring this matter before the jury? I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence. That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that. And it gives, I'll leave it at that.
The Los Angeles Sheriff Department is facing a mass exodus over a mandate that was handed out from the mayor. But the thing is, the sheriff's department doesn't answer to the mayor. So the sheriff's pretty much has told him to shove it. Take a listen to this.
The altar of wokeism, and they don't understand that their own community is saying, no, we want to see deputies on the street. Well, there's criminal law, there's administrative rules. They're two entirely different animals. I don't think it's apples and apples and all. First of all, the Board of Supervisors, may not be aware of this, they don't run the Sheriff's Department. They're not in a position to put regulations on Sheriff's employees or the District Attorney for that matter, or the Assessor's Office. They have 34 other county departments where the Board of Supervisors is the administrator. They appoint a figurehead who is the department head, but they're actually they run the executive branch of county government, and it includes all of those departments. Employee, he has to follow the mandates from his boss who appointed him, the mayor, the city council, the police commission, for example. And my mandate comes from the public at large. It's a different animal. Sheriff's Department, sheriffs versus chiefs of police. That's the difference between an appointed head of a department and an elected head of a department.
So apparently, the mayor does not oversee the sheriff's office, so he cannot put down any mandates. He or she cannot put down any mandates on that sheriff's office. Now the sheriff, he runs his own team, and he can put whatever mandates he would like. What I'm getting from this situation is the sheriff is conservative, so he doesn't want to be in everybody's business, and he wants to leave it to personal choice. Now, the mandate is trying to force people to get something that they don't want. Again, it is forcing people to get something that they don't want. Now, on the news, they keep trying to show it in California, and they keep trying to show it in New York and use it as an example. But those states do not have religious exemptions. And since they do not have religious exemptions, what people are trying to do is push that on mainstream TV so that everyone thinks that the same laws that apply in California also apply in New York, but also apply in Maryland, Delaware, Mexico, Japan, all that stuff. That's what they want y'all to think. Make sure you look up your local laws to see what you can do and how you can avoid taking the poker pills. Another jail hoax. Albert Bourla, CEO of Pfizer, was the latest victim of this. That's right, the internet was in a stir when it was said that the FBI had picked him up. But it was later confirmed that that never happened, at least according to his spokesperson. Now, Mr. Albert has decided to make this thing called a pill for the vaccine. Now, in 2020, I had a theory, a big theory, and nobody would listen to me. And the theory was, this thing that's going on is called the poker pills. And people will look at me like I'm crazy. And you're probably doing that right now. Now, the poker pills. The idea behind the poker pills is that first you're going to get a shot, and then they're going to give you pills to wean you off. And you're going to have to continuously keep purchasing those pills. That was my general consensus from one brain wave to the other side told the other one. Fast forward today, and Pfizer has that exact drug. Isn't it crazy? People are becoming very predictable. And if I could predict it, I'm sure they could predict it. They just figured out how to make money off of it. Now that's all my time today, people. Make sure that y'all tune into tomorrow's episode of PeaCoat In The Morning. It'd probably be about 12 o'clock, you know. I'm black at the same time. We on my time, or seat time, which I call the central time. Right. We're going to work off the central.